Good evening. This is Sex Talk TV. I'm here at Algonquin College interviewing students. I'm here with Jordan.
Hello.
In a controlling relationship, in your opinion, who is more controlling?
I think that men are more controlling because they've had rights longer. Women's rights are a rather new thing.
All right. Do you think being in a controlling relationship comes from genetic influence, or can you be a learned behavior?
I think it's a learned behavior for sure. Like, you're not going to be born and be like, oh, I'm a controller. Like, it's not an obvious thing. It comes out when you get into relationships.
It's true. It's true. Why do you think a person has a controlling personality?
I think it's like a greed. They want it so bad that they don't want to let it go, so they're going to get it by force.
Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
It's very hard. You don't want to hurt the person, and you feel bad because they don't know that they're doing it.
What is a good way to get out of a controlling relationship?
Probably talking it out is the best way to go with that. A bad way would be just breaking up with someone without even giving them any incentive.
In a controlling relationship, who is more likely to be the controller?
I would say the guy is, but there is some relationships where the girl is a lot more controlling because she wants to know where he is and whatnot.
Do you think being a controller comes from a genetic influence, or is it a learned behavior?
I think it would be a learned behavior because it's something that you would see from your parents and then you would do it yourself.
Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
Probably would be, yeah.
What's a good way to get out of a controlling relationship?
I'd be honest about your feelings, just let them know that what they're doing isn't okay.
What's a bad way, in your opinion, to get out of a controlling relationship?
Not letting them know about your feelings, just cutting them off because they're going to want to come back and deal with what happened.
All right.
Hey Joy, do you have a minute? Can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure.
So, my boyfriend's not letting me come to your birthday party.
Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
Why not?
I don't know, he just doesn't want me going out. He says I'm not allowed to go anywhere where there's going to be other guys or other people, and
I hate how he does that.
I know, me too.
Don't you think it's getting out of hand?
Yeah, I think so. I think I really need to do something about it.
I know, I've been saying that for a while.
I really need help, though.
I'll be there for you.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're such a good friend to help me out through this.
You're welcome.
In a controlling relationship, who is more likely to be the controller?
The male.
All right. Do you think being a controller comes from a genetic influence, or is it a learned behavior?
I believe it's learned behavior because you may see your father maybe controlling your mother sometime in your life.
Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
I believe it is.
All right. What's a good way to get out of a controlling relationship?
A good way is to have maybe a friend with you when you break it off. This will be a lot easier.
All right. What's a bad way to get in a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
A bad way is to go in assuming you're going to have a fight with that person and end up having a fight with them.
In a controlling relationship, who is more likely to be the controller?
In my opinion, I honestly think that it is fairly even between males and females. However, I do strongly believe that males tend to be more controlling.
All right. Do you think being in a controlling relationship comes from a genetic influence, or is it a learned behavior to be a controller?
Although maybe a behavior, like aggressive behavior, can be genetic, I do believe it is more of an environmental factor. So if you're around people are controlling or around people are really negative, that's bound to affect you more than your genetics would.
Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship?
Yes, it is.
All right. What's a good way to get out of a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
I think a good way to get out of a controlling relationship is to have, really get the support of your friends and family so that you know that you're not alone.
And in your opinion, what's a bad way to get out of a controlling relationship?
I think, in my opinion, a bad way to get out would be to kind of get down to that controller's level, so be aggressive and angry with them.
All right. In a controlling relationship, who is more likely to be the controller?
I think that in a controlling relationship, women would be more controlling because they're more hormonal.
Okay. Do you think being a controller comes from a genetic influence or is it a learned behavior?
I think that is a learned behavior because if you have someone who's controlling in your family, I think you're more likely to pick up those behaviors.
All right. Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship?
Yes, I think it is.
Is it? What's a good way to get out of a controlling relationship, in your opinion?
I think to have support behind you with family or friends is a really good way to be able to get through it.
And what is a bad way to get out of a relationship?
I think breaking up with them online would be a really bad idea.
All right.
This relationship isn't working out for me. You're too controlling and won't let me see my friends. I don't want you to speak to me again. Leave me alone. Sent.
Why'd you break over Facebook?
I don't need you in my life. Leave me alone.
In a controlling relationship, who's more likely to be the controller?
I think it depends on the personality of the person you're dating, but sometimes girls can be more controlling because they're more emotional, and guys can be more controlling because sometimes they care less.
Do you think being a controller comes from a genetic influence or is it a learned behavior?
I think it can come from genetic influence because some personality traits can be passed down.
Is it hard to get away from a controlling relationship?
Yes.
What's a good way to get out of a controlling relationship?
I think a good way is to have a plan and stick with your plan.
All right, and in your opinion, what's a bad way to get out of a controlling relationship?
Probably to move away and not deal with the situation.
All right.